Lindsay. Oh, hi Vicky. Hi Belinda. Hope you're having a nice... It's daytime now, isn't it, for you? I hope you're having a nice day away from work. Just bear with me a second, that's it. Just opening the window a bit. Hi Angela. Hi Carolyn. Hi Debbie and Elaine. Hello everyone. Hi. Hi Gemma. Hi Pat. Good evening Maury. Shabnese. Welcome. Hi Rachel. Hi Robin. Hope you can all hear me. Hi Vicky. I can see everybody saying evening, so hopefully you can all hear me okay. Hi Roz, good evening. I'm not too bad, Roz, are you? Hi Fee. Hi there. Hi Pat. Is everybody okay? Hi Pat. Two Pats. We've got Pat Tagini, yeah, can't pronounce, and Pat Robinson. Hi Emma. Can you all hear me okay? Hi Claire. It's me again. Hi Pauline. Hi Yvonne. Can you hear me okay? Is the sound okay for you? Hello Lou. Hi Jill. I'll just give a few moments for everybody to join and then I'll start my usual waffle. Hi Michelle. Hi Francis. Hi everybody. Good evening everybody. Welcome. Hi Pam. There's lots of Pams. It's going to get very confusing when I just say Pam. Hi Sam. You can hear me. Thanks Rachel. Sometimes I wonder, it's very strange doing a Facebook Live because you're actually talking to yourself in the room. So it's a very odd feeling talking to yourself. Hi Joanne. Hi Sue. Brilliant. Thanks Kelly. Thanks for letting me know you can hear me. I'm just waiting a few moments for a few people to join. Nice and clear. That's because I can't help myself, Roz, and I tend to shout. I don't know why, but I tend to shout. It's as if I think I'm talking into a mic and I need to shout or something. Hi Karen. Hi Jane. So I'll wait a few minutes and then we'll get started. Oh, thanks Belinda. You might not be saying that by the time we've done this for 2 weeks. You might not be saying it's nice to have your company. You might be saying, for goodness sake, it's that woman again. She's here again, waffling. I need me daily dose of waffle. You received the cards? Received the cards, thank you. Oh, do you mean the book, Rachel? You received the book. Brilliant, that's wonderful news. Hi, Julie. Hi, June. Hi Ellen. Hi Sue. It's lovely out again today. It's been really nice. I've just had a walk around the garden. Hi Liz. Before I go live, I always have a quick, thanks Sue. I always have, hi Serena and Joanne. I always have a quick walk around the garden. Hi Helen. And I have a look around just to blow the cobwebs away. Bring in your daughter. She would love to hear you. No, my daughter would not love to hear me. When I say that I'm going live, hi Sue, she actually you know that look they give you where they raise their eyes and their eyebrows? That's what she does when I say I'm going live. Hi Shirley. So no, she doesn't. Hi Jane. She's not impressed with these Facebook Lives at all. She thinks it's very weird. So that means that all you are weird as well if I'm weird. So she doesn't understand it at all. And what she can't understand is why you would all want to listen to me, because she listens to my voice all day and she doesn't get it. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Gail. I'm glad your parcel arrived. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Hi, Mary Helen. Helene. No, is it Mary Helene? I'm glad you're learning something, Roz. We might not be saying that after about 10 days. It's just, I'm sure I'm going to run out of ideas. I'm sure I am. Good evening, Joanna. Welcome. Right, I think we've got enough on now. We've got 72. You've been exercising in the garden. Chabnese. Wow. No, I wouldn't go that far. I've not been exercising in the garden. Literally, this is what I did. I walked in the garden. Hi, Anne. And I found this leaf. Can you see this skeleton-like leaf? That it was on top of... no, I'm definitely weird, Liz. There was this leaf on the top of my pot. And do you know, I'm always thinking about craft, but I thought with my flower stamps, I wonder if I could put it on some card like that and then put clear embossing powder over the top so it's like enamelled inside. You always get that look, do you, Julie? I always get that look from my daughter. Hi, Kay. No, I'm not boring, but I'm slightly odd. Hi, Law. Bonjour. Hi, Liz. So I found this leaf in the garden. And you know, I thought with my flower stamps, I could put clear embossing powder over the top and encase it in the embossing powder. I think it's ever so nice. It's lovely. And then when I do my demoing for James, a lady gave me loads of these leaves. I don't know why I'm waffling about these leaves, but you know, you remind me of a little boy putting treasures in his pocket. Belinda, trust me, I do that. If we go a walk in the woods, well, when we used to be able to go walk in the woods, the little acorns and everything I would stick in my pocket, and my husband thought I was mad. But there's a lovely lady when I was demoing. She bought me these leaves, and I mean, look how perfect that one is. She dried them. I mean, if I put that in clear embossing powder, that would look good, wouldn't it? Or glossy accents, Karen, yes. That would look fab in glossy accents. Why am I talking about this? Because the Facebook Live's got nothing to do with this at all, but it's because I had a little walk in the garden. But the Facebook Live's got nothing to do with this. I'm just going off on a tangent just for a change, but there you go. It's because nobody listens to me at home and I've got nobody to talk to because they all just ignore me. So I just waffle to you instead. I hope this whole group is weird. I tell you what, by the time they finish listening to me for 10 days, Sue, they'll be past weird. Trust me, trust me. Right. Do you fancy a challenge for next Tuesday? So next Monday and next Tuesday, Leonie is doing my one-day special. Your internet keeps buffering. Oh, mine's okay at the moment. Let's fingers crossed. So Leonie is doing my one-day special next Monday and Tuesday on her channel. Thank you, Leonie. And she's actually showcasing my stamps. And I'll be going live at 7 p.m. next Monday to follow on from Leonie, who's live at 6. So I'll be going live at 7 and doing a demonstration with the one-day special. And I will... Hi, Kelly. And I will also be going live on the Tuesday as well. To do a Facebook Live. But I thought, what about doing something different on the Tuesday so that for once you could feel part of the one day special maybe. So a little bit of homework for the weekend, do you fancy it? So for those of you that watched my... I'd be more than weird if everybody at home ignored me. I lived alone. Oh, Terry, yes, definitely. No problem, Shelley. Hi. So what I was thinking was, so that you could be involved in the one day special on the Tuesday, I thought we could create something together if you fancy it. Doesn't matter what stamps you've got, we could all create together. So because we're in unusual circumstances, let's make the one day special a little bit more unusual. So Leonie will be demoing as usual, as she would for a one day special at 6 p.m. and then on Tuesday. I'll be going live on Monday at 7. And then on Tuesday, we'll do something together. I know, she's doing amazing, isn't she? Bless her, Terry. Yes, she is. I miss being there, even though I don't like the nerves. I do miss being able to demo. So what I thought is we'd do something together. So before I tell you what the homework is, there's a little giveaway for this Facebook Live for those that are joining me and participating. It goes off on free. It goes off at 7, but Leonie's not working past 6 anyway. So Leonie's working 6 till 7, then she'll be going home, just because we're doing less hours. And I will go live at 7 till 8. Well, knowing my waffle, it'll be more than 7 till 8, but 7 till 8 I'll be going live with a demo with the one day special. But I've got a little giveaway for this Facebook Live for those of you that participating. If you want to share, that's wonderful. You're all really good how you share, so thank you very much. So these are the stamps that one randomly drawn winner can win for participating in the Facebook Live. They're all new, just so that you can know. They're all new stamps, so yes. So that's my giveaway this time. So if you'd like to share the Facebook Live, that would be much appreciated. Right, so down to your homework. So this is your homework. So you know if you didn't watch the Facebook Live yesterday, what day am I on now? Is it Thursday today? So Thursday today. So if you didn't watch the Facebook Live yesterday, which is Wednesday, you can catch it on my Facebook timeline, or you can catch it on my YouTube. I've already put it on there. Bonjour, Virginia. I've already put it on my YouTube. So if you want to watch that on rewind, so that you know what we're talking about. So no, I'm not on a Chanda Sue. I've got to stay in because I've got to go out as little as possible because my dad has got COPD. He can't see anybody. But my father-in-law has to see us every day because we're his main carers. So we have to look after him. So this is a bit of homework for you. Do you remember the backgrounds that we did yesterday with the alcohol inks? Well, I want you to create another background with the alcohol inks like I've done here. Now, you can create it any size you want, but my card, so I'm going to say these very slowly. I haven't got a clue what date it is, Julie. I really haven't. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for sharing. So my piece of card, and don't use too thick a card. I've used too thick a card. Hi, Jan. So this piece of card is, let me think about this now. Hang on a minute. I don't do brain cells. So this piece of card is 10 inches in height, length. So 10 inches that way. Okay. And then 8 inches in width. That's what my card is. I know, I thought the Facebook Live was on a Chanda. No, they're doing that, Sue. Yes, we've got to do videos for her Chanda in the future, yes. Some people are doing videos, but I'm lucky on Monday because Leonie's doing my show, so I don't need to do that. But I'm doing the Facebook Lives as an extra, just to keep you entertained, because I just know how much you like listening to me drone on. So I'm just doing an extra. So it's 10 inches in length and 8 inches in width. Now you can do your piece of paper, your piece of card, any size you want. You don't have to be restricted to this. You can do it bigger, you can do it smaller. But if you do it smaller, your pages are going to be smaller. Does that make sense? So mine is 10 inches by 8 inches. Okay? And then what you need to do, so get your pieces of paper now, just so you can scribble this down. So quickly, go and get a piece of paper. Don't write on your desks. So you know, you need to get a piece of paper. Have you got your piece of paper? Hi, Mario. This, you can't see this, so that's not good. Let's move this up a bit, just a second. So grab yourselves a piece of paper. Hi, Sue. Can you see that better now? So you've got this piece of card, 10 inches in length by 8 inches in width. Okay? No alcohol inks. Well, create a different background, Emma. Brayer a background. Smoosh some inks. Put some inks on your non-stick craft sheet and smoosh the background. Just create any background. It doesn't have to be with the alcohol inks. It can be any background. I'm just doing a follow-on so that my videos make sense to everybody that's watching. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lily. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lillian. So that my Facebook Lives are making some sense, I'm just trying to do a follow-on. So it doesn't matter what this background's made of. If you haven't got alcohol inks, then just create anything. Just try it, Doris. Try the water inks. But if you're not using the technique that I did on Wednesday, then look at my previous videos that I did the days before and create a background doing that. But just create any background, random. Don't think about it. So if you want to smoosh, yeah, alcohol pens, Karen, yes. So if you want to smoosh inks on the background, Brayer paints on the background, even get inks or paints, smoosh them on one side of your card so that you've smooshed the inks on one side of your card. put the two pieces of card together and create two backgrounds. Shaving foam, I'll be doing shaving foam technique on Saturday. So whatever background you want to do, just create the background. And my piece of card is 10 inches by 5 inches. So you can create a background. Is it 10 inches by 8 inches? That's it, Shelley. 10 inches by 8 inches. Sorry, I don't do metric. I only do the old-fashioned. So create, your piece of card can be 12 inches by 10 inches if you want. It doesn't matter what size your card is. Don't make the mistake I've done and use too thick a card. I've done a too thick a card. So my piece of card is 10 inches by 8 inches, okay? So what we need to do then, so if you've got your pieces of paper, so depending what width your card is, score it in half. You can literally just fold it if you want, but I'm just scoring mine because it's easier. Actually, I shouldn't have, actually just ignore that. You shouldn't have done that first. You should do this one first. You should do the widthways first. So 10 by 8, and what you need to do is do it the lengthways first. So you need to score at 4 inches if it's 8 inches. So on that way, okay, so that you fold it like so. Does that make sense? So you fold it that way, okay? So in width, it is 8 inches, and I'm scoring at 4 inches. Okay, so it's scored in half. Does that make sense? Okay. 12 by 12, absolutely fine, Elaine. Just use 12 by 12. Use a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, no problem. So score that in half. Open it, and then score it in half again. So mine is at 5 inches, because mine's 10 inches. So score it in half again. Okay, so we'll go through that again slowly, okay? So mine is 8 inches in width, so I've scored it in half, okay? So that's scored in half at 4 inches. I've then opened it, scored it the other way in half. You don't even have to measure, just fold it. As long as it's in half that way and in half that way, yes? And then, because mine is scored in half, I'm scoring it again in 2.5 inches. So I'm scoring 2.5 inches. I'll show you how to do it without measuring, and 2.5 inches, okay? And then fold it back like so, and fold it back. Let me show you what we've got. Right, so let's run through that all again, okay, so that you're clear. Great, you've got it, Belinda, wonderful. So let me just do that nice and slowly, okay? My card is 8 inches. Doesn't matter what size your card is or your paper, just fold it in half lengthways, okay? So fold it in half lengthways, okay? Fold it in half the other way lengthways, okay? Turn it over, and you've got 2 halves, haven't you? Fold one half back on itself like that. Well, that is really half, Tracy. And then fold it back in half again, okay? So I've got one I've done here before, so let me just unfold this so it makes sense. So what you've got it folded in half, you've got it folded in half, you've turned it over, you've folded it in half that way. I'm making a book, and you've folded it in half that way, okay? So you've got it like that, okay? And then open it up and cut your card up to the first score line. So you've opened it like that, and you cut it again up to the first score line. So it's like that, okay? We are making a book. So it's like that, okay? Got it, brilliant, we've got it, okay? So then when you open it up lengthways, you can see, when you open it up lengthways, you've got that. Can you see? So you open it up lengthways and you've got that. And it'll fold in on itself, look. Like so. And then you've got the book. Now, it's never going to go totally flat, but you need to force it a little bit. Mine's a bit thick. So you just do it like that, and then you've got your book. Okay? Got it, frog mouth. Exactly, frog mouth. We had to bring the frogs into it, Sue. So there's your book. Now what you can do in prep, if you want, you can leave the book like this. A lot of people leave the book like that, okay? What I think I'm going to do on mine, you could use masking tape to seal here. I'm going to machine stitch down there, and I'm going to machine stitch, so that's closed, that's open. So all the open areas, I'm going to machine stitch, I think, because then I've got little, if I machine stitch, or you staple, or you use a paper clip, or you hand stitch, spawn will have hatched since Sunday. Oh, I don't think mine have. My frog spawn haven't hatched yet. They aren't better have done, I've not seen it. Oh my God, I can't sew. Don't worry, Liz, you don't need to sew. Just use, you don't even have to close them, Liz. I'm just going to close mine, because if you do, you've got a slot there. If you close them, that becomes a pocket, not a slot, Tracy. That becomes a pocket, but you don't have to, it's still a book. But what's good is, look how brilliant the background looks when you do the backgrounds. It looks fantastic. So that's your homework, okay? If you can't remember what I said, just rewind and listen to me waffle all over again. But if you want to, you can use some masking tape, and you can put masking tape down here to seal it off. You can machine stitch, you could staple, but you don't have to. You can leave them open if you want, but I'm not. Mainly because if I machine stitch down there, I'll have a pocket. So there's your homework. So let's move them out the way. So that's your homework for Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we'll then decorate these pages together. I'll use my one-day special. You can use whatever you like. We've 2 baby budgies left their nest box today. Oh, how adorable, Liz. Oh, that's so cute. So yes, but look how good the backgrounds look. Just looks brilliant, the backgrounds do. So that's your little book. So that's your homework to keep you going. Just because I know that, thank goodness, you've got nothing better to do, or else you'd think I'd lost the plot. Right, some experiments following our live yesterday. Let's just chuck this on the floor because I can't find anything. Right, yesterday, let me just get... Yesterday we created these backgrounds. And yeah, you could embroider anything you want. That means that book's ready for us. And we've got a lovely little book. And if yours is bigger, then you've got bigger pages. That's it. It's really sweet, but it's a cute little book. Right, that's your homework. So, these are our backgrounds we created yesterday when we're using the alcohol inks. That is one of my favourites, that one. So these are some of the backgrounds that were created yesterday. Now, a lot of you messaged me afterwards, which was wonderful. I had loads of messages, loads of calls. It worked, just letting me know all about your experiments. Now, the alcohol ink technique works on clay. It works fantastic on clay. A lady did it on clay, so it works on clay. And then the lovely Karen Gartland, messaged me and said, what about trying some resist techniques, you know, like with candle wax, Versamark, etc. So I've done a couple of experiments for you. So here goes. So what we're going to do first is I've got my piece of card and Little Bird. What's Little Bird? Oh, they all love these. Oh, little books. Do you know, it's because we're all going off on tangents. Like a parakeet. Oh, somebody was asking what a budgie is. Yes. So what we've got here is we've got our piece of white card. And remember, I told you could use any card you want to at all. So it doesn't matter what size card, what type of card, you can use any. Here's another clean ink pad of Tracy's. This is one of the stencils that will be on the show on Monday. And I think I'm going to use it that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Versamark ink over the stencil. So I'm picking it up on a piece of cut and dry foam. Nice ink pad, isn't it clean, Liz? Don't you think? It's really clean. That's because I took it to a workshop. Sorry, Tracy, we'll stick to crafting. What did I say? What did I say? I'll stick to craft. Liz, what did I say? Do you know I'm losing the plot? Did I say not stick to crafting? What did I say? Oh, I can't remember what I said. I have no idea. Liz, remind me what I said. Oh, that's what we're going to do next, Joanne. I've got Pebeo drawing gum, look. I've got it here. So I've got that there. So first of all, we've got our Versamark ink pad. And what we're going to do, I'm trying to wait for Liz to tell me what I said, because she said I'm going to stick to crafting, and I'm thinking, what did I say stick to? So I'm applying the Versamark ink over my stencil. Is it worse than this? I took mine to a workshop and it just got wrecked. It was about the bird. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. I need to keep up. Sorry. It's when you're reading the messages live, you miss someone. You miss certain things. I thought I'd made a topic then. I'm saying I went off another subject, interrupting you. Oh, it's no problem, Liz. I like it when you all talk to yourself, because then we go off on tangents about different topics of conversation. So I like them. I like it when you go off on a tangent. It's just I thought I was telling you to do something other than craft. So, and because my brain cells all over the place, I hadn't got a clue what I'd said 6 minutes before I'd said it. So, I mean, at the moment, I have got no brain cells. I can't remember what I said 2 minutes ago, never mind. So there we've got our Versamark ink. And of course, you're really going to see that on camera, aren't you? Yeah, of course you are. Not. So what I'll do now is get a scrap of paper. And we'll then use white embossing powder. If you wanted to, you could dry that and it would still act as a resist. You'd get like a shadow, because that's what Versamark does. So you could dry that as it is. But I thought what I'd do is I'd do some embossing. So I'm embossing the stenciling, and hopefully you can see that. Let me just place that down. And obviously you're not going to get perfect because I'm doing it randomly. So I've embossed that. I'm definitely not alone, Terry. Thank goodness for that. I'm terrible. Oh, I'm glad you like the lives, Becky. I really am pleased you like the lives. Because I know, you know, sometimes some of us can waffle a bit much, and sometimes it can get to a yawn factor, and I don't want it to be a yawn factor. So what I'm doing now, is try not to spill the water. Now I've got a hair, look, a hair. That's one of my dog hairs. I'm just going to heat this. Heat your heat tool up. Hi, Patsy. You can watch it on Rewinds. Oh, there you go, Joanne. You can listen to me droning on instead of your cats then, just for a short while. So I've just heated my heat tool up, and I'm going to heat melt the embossing powder, which a lot of you know how to do anyway. So I'm just going to heat this up, but it's just so that we've got something else to do with our alcohol inks. And this is thanks to Karen, who said, why not try some resist techniques? So when you're at home, get a candle and try a candle and apply the candle wax over your stencil, or randomly scribble your candle wax over the back of your paper and do a random pattern and do it that way, and then you could see if it acts as a resist. I've been chatting with the pigeons on my windowsill. Terry, I'll chat with anybody. Perfect conversations. So I'm just heating the white embossing powder up, trying to lift my card up so I can move it round. Just heating this up. Because of this light in my craft room, I can hardly see. Just joined as I was just ready with my Facebook Live. Oh, you've been doing a Facebook Live? Hope it went well. So I'm just heating the embossing powder up, so just bear with me while it just all turns. Just trying to make sure I've not missed anywhere. It's nice because there's a lot of people doing lives as well, so it keeps us all going. Although when I've done the live, I can't concentrate on anything else, to be honest. So there you go. I could listen to you all day. Oh, bless you, Denise. Book. I can't help it. So can you see that embossing? I think you can see it on screen, can't you? So we just move that out the way. And then we bring in our water. Can you waffle for England, Gail? Oh, good. Oh, thank you. I love having a good giggle, I do. So I bought my bowling this time. Do you think it's big enough? I bought my bowling because I spilt the water everywhere yesterday and I'm not cleaning up water again. So this bowl takes up the whole area. So it makes good viewing for you. So what I'm going to do now is, I think we'll do pinks as the main colour. Like so. And I'll add quite a bit of pink. Like so. And then we'll add touches of green. And just touches the green, and this embossing will act as a resist. And don't worry, I've got one I've done before. So just dip that in like so. And this is what you get, okay? So there's your background. That's a big bowl, I know, Becky, but I am not tipping that water over again. Seriously. I couldn't believe I tipped it up. I nearly cried. It's my accent. I know my accent's a bit weird. So there's the background. Look, at least it's right up against the camera. Now I've got this bowl in the way. You can't miss anything, can you? But look how lovely that background is. That's cool, isn't it? Come on, that's pretty cool. And that's because Karen mentioned the resist. So what I've got here, let's move this out the way, is one I did earlier. I like this. I've got one I did earlier. And then what you do is you get a baby wipe that's the other end of the craft room. I can hear the birds coming from your garden, Tracy. Can you, Shelley? Yes, they're quite loud. I overlook the back garden and they are quite loud. Does it remind you of home, Julie? So here's a background I did before. And then because we've got this embossing powder, we can wipe over with a damp cloth. Like so. And it resists. So it works. Another technique. Yay! Another technique, but we haven't finished there. That one was a bit paler. This one, hang on. This one I've just done is a lot darker. But obviously all that will lift slightly because it's a resist. I love the Blue Peter saying, and he's one I did earlier. Hey. So that's one background. So we'll bring these in again. Let's do another one. So as somebody mentioned, let's do one with drawing gum. Because when you've got that embossed background, obviously you can't stamp on top of it. You'd have to cut out the image. So I thought, how can we get around that? So this time, take the same stencil, using drawing gum. You're on now. Who's on now? Oh, here is I'm on it. So I'm taking the drawing gum and using my cut and dry foam, like so, tipping the drawing gum onto my cut and dry foam, dab off the excess, and then go over the stencil, like so. So dab the drawing gum over the stencil. So dab that drawing gum over. And what's good is that stays wet for quite a long time. So you've got the drawing gum, and if you've got colours on your stencil, that comes off as well, especially when you don't clean your stencils. So clean your stencil if you use this one. So what you need to remember with the drawing gum is you need to let that dry. And of course, in good old Blue Peter fashion, here's one I did earlier. Hang on, did I do that right? Where's my one I've done? Oh, yes, that's right. He's one. I've got that many he's ones I did earlier. It's ridiculous. So this is the one I did earlier, okay? Bring in this small bowl, because I know you love my small bowl. And use my pink and green again. So use the pink and green. Add the green alcohol ink, or whatever colour you want. Like so. And then, this is your drawing gum that's dry. Don't forget to let it dry before you dip it. Then dip it. like so, and the drawing gum acts as a resist again. I'm loving this. Oh, you need to look at yesterday's, Ruth. I mean, you'll have to ignore my bizarre conversations. No, you can use any card, Ruth. Any card. It doesn't have to be watercolour. Any card. Absolutely any card will do the trick. So I'm going to place that down so they can dry. And I've got one of Dadelia. So with your drawing gum, which is my favourite bit, let me wipe my hands on my pyjamas. Here's one I did earlier, okay? And this hadn't got as much colour on as the other, but this is where my stencil had colour still on the drawing gum. You've not used drawing gum. Oh, it's good fun drawing gum is, Ros, because look what you do afterwards, Ros. Because it's drawing gum, you rub it away. When it's dry, you rub it away. And I'm sorry, but I'm like a child in a sweet shop. Bowel. It's bow. I am not talking about my bowel. I'm talking about bowl. Is that better? Bowl. Hi, Olga. Are you all right, Olga? So I'm talking about a bowl, not a bowel. Oh, for goodness sake. So yes, let your drawing gum dry. Okay? You need to let it dry, the drawing gum. Let it dry before you dip it in the alcohol inks. Okay? I will do the alcohol ink technique again for those that missed it yesterday. I'm in my hubby's PJs. So look, you rub this away. And look, what is brilliant about this one, because you're using the drawing gum, is you can stamp straight onto it. Don't be daft, of course they're not mine, they're my hubby's pyjamas that are about 10 times too big. So you just keep rubbing, and I'm telling you now, this is like peeling glue off your hand. It is so... Oh, I nearly said something rude then. Oh, actually, it's my Facebook page, isn't it? Honestly, this is just... It's wonderful. I love doing this. So you've rubbed all that away. So just... And I'll tell you what the best bit for me is. Let's move all that away. Move all that away. Whoops. And you know what the best bit I love? Is when you rub it away, the colour underneath appears in the cracks. Yes, I love that. I'm finding it hard with the alcohol pens. It's not working very good. Even if you don't get some of the alcohol dripping into the bowl, Sue, it should work if you get the alcohol dripping into the bowl. And I can be rude, can I, Olga? I was going to say, Olga, that this is nearly better than having sex. But I said that really quietly. Mind you, I can't remember the last time, but there you go. But look, this here, the colour is in between the background. Oh, God, I love that. Love, love, love it. And the green, look, is in between the cracks. The blue is in between the cracks. Craps? Oh, dear, cracks. Oh, good. That's it. We've gone downhill. Cracks. But let me do the alcohol ink technique for those that weren't here. Okay? So for those of you that weren't here yesterday, this is what we did. It's as simple as this. Here's my small bowl. Too much info. Sorry, Liz. It just slipped out. Oh, dear. Never mind. So just for those, a quick one. So for those that didn't see, you've got your bowl of cold water just from the tap. Add your alcohol inks to the bowl, as much or as little as you want. The colour that you add first is the predominant colour. The colour that you add afterwards is not the predominant colour. That gives you the sort of the spotlights. So I'm adding the green, okay? So if we dip this in now, this is what you get. Ready? So dip it in and lift it out. And look what you get. Oh, God, it's just brilliant. No, the metallics might not work because they'll sink. But look. Look, 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 look. Just love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, I need some kitchen roll. Where's my kitchen roll? Oh, there it is. So then you could add another colour. Let's see what happens when we add the other colour. Just a spot of green. let's make this the last one, then we'll just get on to finishing the card. Hi, Sandra. And then just dip it in. Oh, Luke! It's definitely going on YouTube later, yes. Yes, don't worry, it goes on YouTube. Look. Oh, I just love it. Look at that. It's just so much fun. Just love it. I need another piece of kitchen roll. Hang on. There we go. Let's move this out the way. Right. So we've done one technique yesterday with the spit it out, Tracy, with the alcohol inks. We've taken it further with the resist. So we got all these backgrounds from our techniques yesterday that we did. We've now got a resist with drawing gum. We've also, where's my other one? Where's the one that I did earlier? Do you know? You can never, oh, there we go. There's the two resist ones. So that was with embossing powder. Hey, this is used about 3 times, Liz. Do you know what I'm going to do afterwards, Liz? I'm going to use the kitchen roll that's all coloured, and I'm going to machine stitch it on a book. Yeah, but I can machine stitch it on a book. It'll look fab. So that's the resist, but I have to say the drawing gum is my favourite because it seeps into the cracks. I love that. So we've done all these backgrounds. So that's brilliant. You've got your book to create for Tuesday. What GSM is the super smooth card, please, Tracy? The one I used was 300 GSM, but I've also used 200 GSM as well. With this technique, is anything will work. And so you've got your book to create as well for Tuesday. So now let's create a card. What time are we on? I haven't got my watch on. Does anybody know the time? I haven't got a clue. No idea what time we're on. Sorry. I'm going on alcohol ink in my craft room. The gum is fab. I just love how it seeps into the cracks. So we've got this background like so. And we're going to use the stamp, which I cannot find. If you could see my craft room now, there's stuff everywhere. It's 8 p.m. Does that mean it's 7 p.m? Have I been on an hour? No way. The book will be, yes, we do, there's a book that I'm doing in my group that's going to be a live class, but this book is for Tuesday for the one-day special, so that we can do something together and do something a bit different. 6:40, brilliant, thanks Kelly. So I'm going to use the stamp set from the one-day special. I've got that much rubbish here. I can't actually do anything. Oh, so this is one of the backgrounds we created yesterday. Thanks, Karen. Thank you, Nicola. So this is one of the backgrounds we had yesterday, and I thought, well, some of you said, did you mean watermark when you said embossing powders? I have missed a little bit. We used the, just a second, where's my card? Where's my backgrounds? Hang on. On this one, Sue, we used Versamark ink through the stencil, and then used white embossing powder over the top, melted it, and then dipped. No problem, Serena. Right, so I'm now going to use my stamp from the one-day special. And this time, I only want the vase. So I'm going to use the vase just for this card. So I'm now going to use the vase and the text as well. The vase and the text is what I'm going to use just for the moment, because I'm going to use the large flower. I'm doing it. Ooh, what are you doing, Becky? Yes, all set for the wave. The wave. Oh, yes. Oh, crikey. Oh, that's 7 o'clock. Is that 7 o'clock? Right, let's get a move on then. So I'm now just inking the vase. And I need to think where I'm putting the vase. So let me just think about my flower. So bring it down. Yeah, so we're going to have it here, I think. Like so. And I'm only using the vase Dog objecting to being ignored. Oh, bless. Oh, no, 8 o'clock, is it, Becky? Oh, thank goodness for that. That's all right, then I can waffle a bit more. You poor souls. So that's when the thing's happening, 8 p.m. We've still got time. Brilliant. Thanks, Kelly. So I'm just lifting my acrylic block, as always, just to make sure I get a good image, because I can't be bothered to stand up. So, is it 8? Brilliant. Thank you, Patsy. So I'm just inking the vase, nothing else, not the flower, just the vase. There's the vase. For those of you that don't know what stamp set this is the stamp set. Stamp set 266 Daisy Elegance, and I've just used one of the vases, one vase on its own. You don't have to use the whole thing all the time, you can just use part of it. So I've used the vase, and I just love the bits of text. That one's dry, what's the use of that? So I just love the text around the vase. So I need a piece of scrap paper. Oh dear, my room's getting the room of doom. It's becoming the room of doom. I can't stand up because the pyjamas, Liz, get stuck under the chair. I can't stand up because I'm embarrassed to say that I've got 4 days worth of live videos gunk everywhere. So I'm now going to block that. By the time it gets to the 10th day, these videos are going to be more than gobbledygook. And what's hilarious is I put them on YouTube. So any strange person that watches them on YouTube is going to think I'm off my chuffy. So that is dry. And what we're going to do now is find my... This is watercolour card by Pink Frog. And this time we're going to stamp the flower. So we've got the lovely big flower here. So we're going to stamp the flower. I'm in my paint stained PJs. These are not even that good, Heidi. These are not that good. These are awful. Oh, you're all telling Belinda what we're doing. Brilliant. So I'm just inking my stamp up. Just giving that a good inking. And I'm going to have to hope I can do it sit down. Laura Laughs. Who's Laura Laughs? Is that off, oh, what was that show from, oh, Heidi High, is it? Is that how I sound like? Oh, dear me. I don't like listening to myself at the best of times. Honestly. So now I sound like Heidi High from, is it? I can't remember. Can't wait to play my stamp set like that. Oh, did you get the stamp set, Sonia? Oh, bless you, thank you. So I'm just inking this up. Don't forget to prime it, Sonia. Prime your stamp before you use it. So I'm now going to stamp this and hope that I don't have to stand up because I just can't move. I'm sorry, but there's too much rubbish everywhere. And I haven't got a room that's 100 feet long. So I need to sit down. Blind date. Oh, blind date. Cilla Black. I sound like Cilla Black. Ooh. Do you know, I don't like listening to myself at the best of times. I really don't. So I'm just going to lift that acrylic block up just so that I get this central area here. Just give it a good lift. And you shouldn't have to press within an inch of your life. Yes, Cilla Black, Laura Laughs. Did she say Laura Laughs? Where do we get these conversations from? Villa Black. That's what I could be known as. I don't know where we get these conversations from. We just go off on random tangents. So that's the flower. Doesn't it stamp beautiful? I just love it. And I didn't even stand up. I just sat down and it stamps beautifully. I just love it. Is that what she said? Oh, right. Don't know. I'm totally lost. Maybe because I'm in the USA. Where can I catch up? This Facebook Live will be on my Facebook timeline, Pauline, like all my Facebook Lives. And then I put them on YouTube as well. So that everybody can think I've totally lost the plot because they haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. So yes, I put them on YouTube as well. So there's the stamp. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in one I've done earlier, because I knew that you wouldn't want to watch me colouring the whole time because you'd lose the will. So what we've got here is the same image stamped, okay? Yes, James has got them. Yes, he has. Be proud of your northern accent. I've got one and I love it. It's just when you listen to yourself, Sue. I can't help myself. I just waffle. I don't know. So what I'm using now is my Inktense pencils, and we all use these differently. Just remember, when we do a Facebook Live, we just do what suits us and what works, what works for me. That doesn't mean I'm always right. It means it works best for me, and hoping that you can pick something up from that. So what I've done is, let's find a blank petal. I sort of use a sweeping, flicking motion when I'm using my pencils, because I don't like any straight lines. Even when I'm using watercolour pencils and they blend, I still use a flicking motion. So I'm adding the yellow to my petals from the Inktense pencils. Then what I do is I've got an orange, and I add a little bit less of the orange to the petals. Can you see? Just a little bit less. And again, using a flicking motion, I just add a little bit. Waffling is what I do best. Yes, and me, Angie. I'm terrible. Hi, Trouble. Hi, Callie. Oh, no, she's talking to Jane. I thought she was talking to me. Think I'm Scouse. I haven't got a clue what I am, Sue. Seriously, I haven't got a clue what I am. Think I'm a mix of everything. So, just like so. Then add your orange, like so. And then add your third colour on top of the orange in the very tiny inside of the petal. So add your orange after you've added your yellow. Nice sweeping motion. Then touches of the red, okay? And then what we do is you get a piece of scrap card, which you should be able to find on your desk if it's like mine, which is just a total disaster area. And what I tend to do, I can almost distinguish between Scouse and Lancashire. Love them both. I can't distinguish between anything. Oh, thanks very much, Tony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend. I make sure my brush or my paintbrush is clean, and I blend out the lightest colour first. So I blend out my lightest colour first. This is just the way I do it. It doesn't mean it's the right way. It means it's the way I like doing it. So I blend out my lightest colour first, and then I take off the colour. And then I blend out the other two colours. So I blend out the other two colours. But before I go back to this area, I take off that darker colour and go back and remove the lines, just so it blends beautifully, like so. And it would help if me thing was flowing, that's better, like so. So I go back and blend out the lines so that the lines don't show. Take off the colour and blend out. So just going through that again. I think James at Stampers Grove is my new best friend. I seem to be spending with him all the time.